Hello, friends. Welcome to Anti-Depressing, the show where we talk about everything from liturgy to Lexapro. We're so excited to be here. Another episode, another day with our fantabulous guest host, Juliana Nett. It's just such a treat having you here, and I just love it. So, Juliana, how the heck are you? What's life?
Dude, I'm good. Just happy to be here. Another day in the life.
Dude, how was the concert?
Okay, it was so fun.
Okay, it so fun? Oh my gosh.
So we thought we were going to be late.
Yeah.
We showed up.
You're like, that's a great way to start a story. So we thought we were going to be late. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we showed up like an hour after like the admission time.
Yeah.
And there was we were the only people in line, and we got a drink, and then we sat down, and lo and behold, they were starting their set.
Whoa, you got
no idea who the opener was. Doesn't matter.
Fair.
But it was amazing. It was so much fun. It was truly so much fun. And so I went with my boyfriend, and there were these people behind us who were like, "You guys are so cute," because we were just like dancing and just like vibing. And they were like, "You guys are so fun. I love you guys." It was cute.
Aww,
but it was really, really fun. And I only know like 3 of their songs. But
you were just able to like vibe?
Yeah, now I know more. And it was fun. And like they're like his favorite band. So it was super fun to see him in his element. Yeah, but it was super, super fun. And now like more of their songs have been circulating through my Spotify because in case you didn't know, your phone absolutely listens to you. So an album will finish and it'll be like a Taylor Swift song, then a Wallow song.
And then another Taylor Swift song. Got it.
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, so I've been adding more of their songs to my beach playlist. You know the one.
Yeah, no, I love that beach playlist. Oh,
thank you.
Come back to Florida. Anyway, that's good that you had fun. I know that you went with your man. Obviously, he got good tickets because also only considerate people get concert tickets where there is a seat involved. So good for him. He's a good person. And I'm making that judgment based off the fact that he got a seat because that's very important. That's for our next episode, you guys, but I'm going to drop that here. Concert etiquette. Is it important? Are we too old to not have a seat? That's the main question.
I think it depends. It's kind of like when we saw the Joe Bros last year and they had a like an intermission. I was in commission.
Yeah.
Intermission. That was hilarious.
And that concert was so long that I was like, we wouldn't have had a seat, like if we would have been standing, I would have been like, oh my gosh, we need to go out and like sit by where the pizza is or something. Like it was just so. Drop in the comments, you guys.
Drop in the comments. It's actually funny you bring that up. We were talking about that at work today.
Okay.
Of if you would go to a concert if there wasn't a seat.
Yeah.
And because we're talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, fair.
And my coworker, she was like, I wouldn't go, and she's a huge Swiftie too.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a seat, I was like, I would take a floor seat because I wouldn't be sitting at that concert anyways. So
yeah.
It doesn't matter. But if it was someone I don't really know, like I'd prefer to have a seat. But
then you prefer,
I'm chill. I'm good with the flow.
Just the option, the idea of standing up.
But once the music started, we were standing the entire time.
You were just vibing. Like their music is pretty pumpy. Yeah, so that makes sense.
And I didn't know that it was like the main guy from 13 Reasons Why in that band. I had no idea until we got there.
He's a little cutie patoot. So I'm like, if you didn't go with your whole man, I would be like, uh-oh. Because he's pretty cute. So that's good. Cute and makes good music. So God bless.
Yeah. No, great music. Yeah.
Juliana's living, dude. I love that. Well, I would love to get to know you a little bit more. Okay. And I think our listeners would as well. So I'm going to hit you with some this or that questions.
Okay.
For those listening, you guys might be wondering, does Chanel love this or that questions a lot? And the answer is absolutely she does.
That's true.
So I'm just we're all just gonna continue to get to know Juliana. And then just from here as well, you also might be wondering, man, I really miss Anti-Depressing Catholic News. It's been like 2 episodes since we've done that. Well, the good news is that you can send in to us, DM us, or drop in the comments some Anti-Depressing Catholic News, and we would love to feature it. So
give us that GCN, that good Catholic news.
Good Catholic news. All right, so Taco Bell or McDonald's? Wow, there is silence on this podcast. Okay.
McDonald's.
Whoa.
You know, my sister would say Taco Bell.
I actually really didn't think that would, yeah, okay. But you know what? McDonald's is
But
so
I
good.
would choose McDonald's over Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Carrabba's or Olive Garden?
Oh, Chanel, you know what
No.
I'm going to say. Carrabba's.
Yeah, because that one time.
Because that one time.
We had, so Juliana and her sister and myself are part of a beautiful community. And we went on a retreat and it was fantabulous. They ordered Italian food and we were like, man, this food is so good. I was ready to write a letter to whoever opened the restaurant.
Children of divorce.
It was a
Like
children of divorce
Carrabba's.
retreat. And we were all eating Italian food. And I was like, dang, this is so good. And all of us were like, this is the best. Like, it was so good. And then the
No, it was
guy's
so
like,
good.
you guys, this is Carrabba's. And
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever eaten Carrabba's. But
I
since
hadn't,
then,
no.
I've been like, Carrabba's
And
is...
we called him the Carrabba's King. I don't know if he liked it.
I don't know if that guy likes
And
it.
then we saw him a few months later at a different
Yeah.
event, and we were like, to his wife, we're like, your
Carrabba's.
husband is amazing. And they were all
Carrabba's.
like, why
And he
are
was
you
like,
here?
I was also there as like a support as on that retreat. And we were like, yeah, but
Like,
Carrabba's.
it doesn't matter.
So
Carrabba's.
definitely
I'm
Carrabba's.
healed from Carrabba's. So
From
thank you.
Carrabba's. That healed my wound of divorce. JK, go to therapy, you guys.
Get healed.
So, yeah, get healed for real.
This is not an ad.
This is not an ad. Okay. Book or Kindle?
I don't really read.
Fair. But
I
do
would
you
say,
like
I would
the...
say book.
Yeah, I
would say
like the
book, 'cause I
feeling
think my
and the
head,
smell.
I would get a little bit of a headache from a Kindle.
Yeah.
So I would say
Too
book.
much.
And like when I did read,
Yeah.
when I had time, and like, because now I feel like if I read, I just fall asleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's probably an excuse for why I don't read. I'm gonna be honest.
it's a rotating. You're like, I don't read because I fall asleep. And I fall asleep when I read. So it's just a constant circle.
Circle of sleeping. Yeah. Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
But when I did, like when I read The Hunger Games, which is such a good series.
yeah.
Yeah. So book.
Okay, fair. Okay. Let's see, you guys. What else should we ask? Running or walking?
Walking.
Yeah.
I have
Vibes.
tendonitis, so
Yeah, I know that.
I'm trying to get into running though. So
Okay.
prayers for
okay.
that journey.
Prayers. Okay, you can do it. Let's see. Last one, you guys. And I already know this one, but this is for
Okay.
y'all to get to know Juliana.
Yeah.
Bright or neutral colors?
Neutral.
Yeah.
I am a neutral queen.
She
the other
is.
day, it was like a top tier compliment. My roommate Claire texted me and she was like, "My outfit's giving Juliana today," and it was like very neutral. And I was like,
yes.
"Done it! I have made it my brand."
That is she. That is I. That is her.
Because I would say like people used to describe me as like a bright colored girly, but I mean, look at this shirt. It's
I would have
neutral.
truly never. I don't know if I knew you during that time.
That was back in the day. I would say
okay.
when my room was Pepto-Bismol pink. So
Got it. Okay.
It was a while ago.
Okay, fair. Okay. Well, Juliana, thank you for being on another episode of Let's Get to Know You This or That edition.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, absolutely love it. And you know, I just feel like after something like that, I really would love to just like dance it out.
I would too. Ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Perfect. So, you guys, we're moving into our stories. Our first story today is about, a woman that has inspired us all in many, many ways. I just watched
Throughout
her
the climb of her life, if you will.
If you will. She is essentially, she's taught us that, there's always going to be another mountain. And this
We're always
is the
gonna
life.
make it move.
Yeah, and we gotta hold on tight, And so Miley Cyrus became the youngest Disney legend. And she received a Disney Legend Award, which is a huge deal. There were 14 other people that also received the award. But Miley Cyrus is the youngest, and she is 31 years old. So we are the same age, which is so
Amazing.
cuckoo bananas. Yeah. And she, received her award and just talked about how it's so crazy. When she became Hannah Montana, she had no idea the impact that Hannah Montana would make, and that she just reminded people that this is the life, and
Hold on tight.
and you just got to hold on tight. And just seeing her receive that award made me think of what are my favorite Miley Cyrus contributions to lifedom / pop culturedom / Disneydom. I think they're all together. And I think my favorite is probably Nobody's Perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that song. Or at the end of High School Musical 2, where Miley Cyrus...
She's like by the pool.
Yeah, when she's by the pool and she's doing her little dance. And I really just think Miley or Hannah has just truly been a gift to us all. So congratulations, Hannah,
Absolutely.
for your award. We're so happy for the gift that you are to us through many years of our life. I know that you also love Hannah Montana.
Oh,
/
absolutely.
Miley Cyrus.
I would go as far to say that Hannah Montana made me who I am today.
Whoa. Okay, I would love for you to expand on that.
I just feel like I wouldn't have the confidence I have if it weren't for
So
Hannah
otherwise,
Montana.
Hannah,
'Cause
you did this to all of us. You made her this monster. She's this confident because of you. Got it.
No,
Okay.
Yeah. When someone's like, who gave you the confidence? I'm going to
Hannah.
say Hannah Montana.
Hannah, okay. What was it for you? Was it the show, the movie, the music? Like, what was it?
I think
Is
all
it
of it.
Crazier? Is it Taylor Swift? Because, wait, I actually take it back. Crazier is one of my favorite, even though that's
Oh.
not. Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
amazing song.
That's an amazing song.
I love Crazier.
Yeah. Okay.
I just listened to it last night.
You're like,
I love that song.
I am the sole reason why it still exists on Spotify.
If
Got
it's
it.
not on Debut Taylor's version, I don't even have the words.
It will not make sense. Okay, so Juliana, I would love to hear from you. What is your favorite Miley Hannah contribution to pop culturedom?
Yeah, I would say just like the shift. I think we as viewers were confused when she was like, I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
But then we gave her the space to
Yeah.
do her little wrecking ball.
Do her
thing.
little Can't Be Tamed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But at the end, like, I think she realized how loved she was because I think she was so in the Disney zone, and things have come out about like, I don't know,
Yeah.
filming all the not
Yeah.
great stuff. And I think we as viewers gave her the space. We were confused. We were like, okay, I guess Hannah Montana's not a thing anymore. Bummer. And I think she realized how loved Hannah was and how much of an impact it made on all of our childhoods and how much we like love the show, love the movie still. And then she felt at peace. Like it was a few years ago, she like posted herself in a wig, and like it was around the time the Jonas Brothers got back together. So everyone
Yeah.
was like, "What is happening?"
Everyone was like, what is happening?
"My
Please.
child's heart can't take it."
Save us. And I think Steve from Blue's Clues had also like come
You're
back.
right, had like
and
read
he-
a letter. Or something.
Yeah, and he like read a letter to all of us, and he was
We were
like, "You
like-
guys, is everyone okay?" And we were like,
were like,
"Steve, we're not okay." Got it. Okay,
and that was
you know what?
pre-pandemic. Woof.
Wow.
Yes. But I think it also taught all of us that it's okay to change and to grow up and still appreciate who you are. Like with her song, Used to Be Young, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
is a great representation of that whole cycle and journey.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a good word because her Meet Miley, like the Meet Miley half Meet Hannah album, like from season 2, that was such a transformative because she was singing about
yeah.
girls' nights out. She was like, I'm like kind of hanging out with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I'm hanging out. Like, I'm kind of going out. I'm kind of having fun, you guys. And like, that's all good. And you can do that too. And also, I'm
Totally.
still like unusual, not so typical, way too smart, to be
waiting around.
Yeah, she can still fix a flat on a car.
Your car.
Yeah.
She might even be a rock star.
She is. So congratulations, Miley. We love you.
Absolutely. No one is more deserving.
Yeah. Thank you for your contributions to pop culture.
Congrats on the Grammy this year, which is amazing.
Word.
I can't believe that was her first Grammy.
Word. That does not make
crazy.
sense. The fact that The Climb didn't win a Grammy is actually
criminal.
pretty crazy.
That is criminal.
It's actually pretty crazy because
it is.
Everywhere people know what The Climb is.
That song is monumental.
And people could say like, oh, it's not my favorite song. Okay.
Oh, well.
But like that song is like pretty, it's an American standard, I would say.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It's a karaoke standard at least.
Oh, for sure.
So thank you, Miley. I just watched the Hannah Montana movie like a couple weeks ago, and I was immediately just thrust into feeling like everything's going to be fine. So thank you for your contributions to pop culture. Congratulations on your award.
Absolutely.
So speaking of sitting down and watching TV, we're going to segue into going outside. This amazing couple has become like the first couple to go to all 63 national parks.
It's amazing.
And I just think that this is such a word for all of us that we can actually, that we're more capable of things than we think we are. And also just like making me reflect on like, maybe it's actually not that horrific to go outside. So I guess just like, this is a quick story because just to say like, God bless Matt and Karen Smith. But also just a question for you. Like, Juliana, do you like, have you been to a national park? Do you like, are you inspired?
I've been to a
like,
few.
What's the vibe? Do you love it?
So something you'll know about me.
Okay.
I'm not a hydrated queen.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to be. I will say the past 2 days I've drank a lot of water. Like, usually I'll just go through like one water bottle a day, which isn't good because most of it's ice. Like,
yeah. But then do you like let the ice melt and like drink the ice?
No.
Oh, okay.
If there's not active ice cubes in the water, I won't drink it.
Okay, yeah.
It's a mental block. I need to get over it, but I probably won't.
Sure. Okay, yeah, for sure.
This is who I am. It could be worse, okay?
Okay, yeah, for sure. Mm.
Yeah. So I went to the Grand Canyon when I was a child.
Okay.
And I nearly passed out.
Yeah.
Due to dehydration. Mm-hmm. Did I learn my lesson? No. Will I? Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is just a cautionary tale that if you're going to Arizona in the dead of summer, specifically the Grand Canyon, drink at least a bottle of water. I don't know how much water I had. I was like 12.
Yeah.
And my mother was petrified I was going to fall into the Grand Canyon because she had a nightmare the night before that I fell into the Grand Canyon.
For sure.
And me being the free spirit child I hated that.
Yeah.
So essentially I almost passed out and then they had to buy me a hat. And
so the thing is that if you would like someone to buy you a hat, don't drink any water.
That is truly just not at all what I'm saying. I think you could be like, hey, this is a really cute hat.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll get it for you.
So you can still drink water.
And you can still drink water and not think you're going to pass out, which is always a nice feeling. So what I'm trying to say is stay hydrated if you're trying to be a park hopping gal or couple.
Fair. Okay.
And yeah, I have been to a few national parks though, like the Grand Canyon. I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah, but like a few other ones.
Oh, Yellowstone. We did like a out west vacation.
Your family has done a lot of those like cool family. Yeah.
That's a national park, right?
Which one?
This is so bad that I'm blanking on this right now.
No, you're so good.
Oh, Niagara Falls. Because there's an American side and a Canadian side. Yeah. I will say the Canadian side, way better.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
But the American side, there's still water. It's cool.
Yeah.
So I've been there. I've probably been to a few others that I'm just not remembering. I think aren't there a few in Florida?
There are. That's what I was about to say. Yes. In Florida, when we went to our adult children of divorce, adult. That's a state park. But but I mean, honestly, Juliana has been around. She has been to parks. She has seen land. And
I've seen a lot of water.
She's seen land, she's seen water, which is where she prefers. And honestly, me too. And so, but yeah, in Florida, there's a ton. And when we went to St. Augustine for the Adult Children of Divorce retreat, there are like 2 national parks there. And one is, I think both are forts, like old Spanish forts.
Oh, I have been to.
Yeah.
Is it just called Fort Augustine
It's like,
or no?
No, it's like Fort something.
My family used to love going there when we drove down to Florida. Yeah.
So drop a comment if you know the name of this fort. Please. I know Fort Matanzas is in South Florida, like somewhere down. But anyway, drop a comment, St. Augustine folks that are listening to this. But yeah, it's inspo for all of us that you are more capable than you think because
absolutely.
Yeah.
Last year I hiked Camelback when I was out in Scottsdale. Yeah. And it was really, really hard.
Yeah.
It was really hard. I took a lot of breaks, but I was motivated. Something about me is I can get a little stubborn and I don't want to give up. So I just kept going. We got up there at golden hour and then we did have to hike down in the dark, which
was not ideal.
And I don't know how I did not fall down that mountain. So shout out to my tour guide and coworker, Madison.
Fair.
Love you.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's amazing. Jasmine and I have some friends who they're a couple. They hike and they've been to like most of the parks, I want to say. And it's amazing because they're like camping, because you have to think about it. That comes with like you're camping out most likely. And yeah, I'm incredibly impressed. So shout out to the Smiths. You are amazing.
Shout out to the Smiths. Shout out to our other friends who are also our mutual friends
Teresa
who just
Ben.
left.
Hey.
Yeah. So, love it. Love some adventurous folks. There are just people out there that are just like doing it. And we're all capable of it. So word.
Absolutely. Chanel, what would you say is your favorite national park that you've been to?
Oh my gosh, big question.
You have a national parks pass.
I do have a national parks pass, which I'm excited to dust it off this year. So
she's out with the emails. She's in with the traveling.
I'm out with the emails. I am done. So a couple of years ago, I went whale watching in California, and I went to Sequoia National Park, which is amazing. It's with the like hundreds-year-old trees, which is so crazy. I might need to fact check this, but I feel like somebody said there was trees there the same time Jesus was in Jerusalem. Like there have been, like, I might need to fact check that, but I think I heard that from somebody in the tourist area, allegedly. So it was pretty cool. It's just crazy to be outside. Like the air's different. It just feels like it just feels
nice.
Different. It's just
nice.
And free, it's like fresh
city air.
And when you're out there, you're like, I get why people do this.
Totally.
And like the journey there, you're kind of like
gorgeous.
Yeah, and like the views are nice. And not all national parks are the same, but granted, like nature, it's cool to just like be in it, and it's cool to just smell it and just like touch it and just be in the mix. And so, and it's also really cool, like you were saying, to just see that you're capable of doing things in nature that you otherwise think like, I cannot do that. I.e. climb a mountain, which is like last thing that I think I'd be able to do. But then you're halfway through doing it and you're like, actually, wait a minute.
I could finish. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's all a mental block. Like you just got to be like, I can actually do it. And hopefully have a community of people that are like, girl, we're doing this.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Then all of a sudden you're up that mountain. So word up to all of our encouraging friends. Word up to Smiths. Speaking of getting over your own embarrassment and fears, there is a lot of talk about this exposure therapy called rejection therapy.
Okay.
And it's teaching all of us that we can gain more confidence through rejection. You might be thinking to yourself, why would I want to gain confidence through rejection? Well, you probably would not. But there is a lady, a young woman. Her name is Sophie Jones, and she did this did this kind of test for herself. She had a self-observation that she had a crippling fear of rejection, which, could be all of us.
Right.
Probably is. In different capacities. We all have like different fears, whether it's when food comes to us, maybe not telling the waitress if like our food order is wrong and we just kind of eat it, or, whether it's like asking someone, saying, excuse me in public or whatever it is. There's always this kind of like weird fear that we're being
anxiety thing.
Yeah, social anxiety that we're being embarrassing or something, or we're embarrassed. So she realized that she had a crippling fear of rejection. And she feels like she cured herself from this exposure therapy of rejection therapy, which essentially is just doing a bunch of things that kind of cause you to be in a situation where you could feel embarrassed or have the possibility of rejection. And so she feels like she challenged herself to do all of those things. And at the end, she was like, I feel like now I can truly do more things than I thought that was ever possible for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And so I'm just going to read off some of the ideas that people have for rejection therapy. Granted, some of these you might be like, absolutely not, which is totally fair. Okay. Some of these, though, you might be like, that's not hard at all. But realize, like, right, everyone's on, like, a different wave.
A different journey. Yeah.
Different journey, right? Okay. So, give someone who's wearing nice clothes a compliment.
You do that a lot.
I do.
You're great at that.
I do like to give people compliments. And
she'll just be like, okay, shirt.
And it is one of those things where people could be like, yeah, okay. Which has happened before. So it is one of the things where you're like, I'm kind of willing to take a risk because someone might not be into this compliment.
Yeah. But most times, like, it lifts their spirits immediately.
Yeah, because it's like most times, like, your embarrassment is actually, it's like not actually embarrassing. So giving someone a compliment, let's see. Greet the barista at a coffee shop with, hey, how is it going? And actually receive their answer before making your order. Ask someone where the bathroom is in a public space.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I have been there where I've walked around a public space paranoid.
You're trying to find it.
I've walked around to Ross. I can't find it. And I'm like, I think I'm going
to lose it.
I'm going to lose it. And sure, could I have asked one of the employees? But that's so embarrassing that they know that I have to use the bathroom because nobody has to use the bathroom. Crazy.
No one. Why would they even have public bathrooms? That's crazy.
Okay. Make brief eye contact with people on the street. This one, what are your thoughts on this one? I know you've lived in different places.
Yeah.
I've lived in different places. Eye contact is a tricky thing. What are our thoughts on that?
It depends. If I feel safe, yes.
Okay,
but as a 5'1" woman,
there it is.
Word. I usually don't feel safe.
Word.
So I'm like, especially if it's like a large man, I'm trying not to make eye contact because I don't know.
There it is. So take these suggestions, put them in the box of like who you are, and then like frame it from there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But there are lots of times like I'll feel comfortable in public.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, smile, say hi. And
like, this makes sense.
A lot of times people will reciprocate it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that person's so nice. Sometimes they don't. And that's fine too. I'm like, well, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So do you feel like rejection therapy would be something that would work for you, i.e., have you felt, kind of that ping of feeling like embarrassed, like I'm nervous to ask someone this, or I'm nervous to say this thing, even if I was wronged? Or
so when I was younger, I would like tell my sister, I would tell Jasmine, I was like, oh my gosh, that girl's so pretty. Like if we're at a coffee shop or something, and she was like, you should tell him. I was like, no, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, you should just like tell her. And like from there, I've been like telling people, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think you're so pretty. Yeah. And like it lights them up. I was at dinner with my coworkers a few months ago. We were out in Arizona for a site visit for an event.
Yeah.
And the first thing I said to the waitress was, I was like, oh my gosh, girl, you're so pretty. And all my coworkers were like, why did you just say that to her? And I was like, because I think she's really pretty, which she was gorgeous. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. But they all thought it was so strange that I had like told this girl that I thought she was gorgeous. She was beautiful.
So interesting.
It was at the Cheesecake Factory. Oh. Not everyone can pull off those uniforms, I might say. So she was killing it.
She needed that compliment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's definitely been times, but something I still hate to do is if I don't know where something is at a place, I hate asking.
Oh,
it's just because I like to figure things out on my own. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Juliana's like, I will walk around for 20 minutes trying to figure out.
Last year, this is an embarrassing story, but it's been a year.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the rooftop of Ponce City Market. Could not find it for the life of me.
Fair.
I will say it's a little confusing. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I finally asked and then found it like 2 minutes later.
Were like,
but I was walking around for like 25 minutes.
And they were like, maybe.
Me and my parents.
They're like, it's right there.
I was trying to show them around the city. And I hadn't been to Ponce City Market. I was like, oh my gosh, we should go.
Yeah.
And then they were like, why don't we just ask? I was like, no, we'll find it. And we didn't. We
were like, it's been 30 minutes. We're withering away. Please. That is too funny.
My parents were like, look, we just want to get a drink on the rooftop.
Look, girl, if you need to ask, then ask. So,
and then we did, and it wasn't scary, and it was fine, and it's okay to not know things, especially when you haven't been to a place.
That is a word. Mental health note. It's okay to not know things. It's okay to be embarrassed. It's okay to feel like you might be embarrassed because most of the time it's actually going to be okay.
Yeah.
Here's some more ideas. There is on rejectiontherapy.com, there is this gentleman that does 100 days of rejection.
Oh.
For Rejection 99, he did ask strangers to rate his look. Wow. That's another level. Okay.
That would be tough.
Yeah. Okay. So ask strangers to rate your look. Give a speech on the street.
Oh, yeah, I would not do that.
Oof, okay.
I don't think I would do that.
Okay, I don't know.
People I knew were around and I was feeling in the right moment, depending on the topic.
All right, okay.
But that's tough. Would you do that?
Give a speech on the... I mean, if I was giving a speech about, like, why Shrek deserved the Oscar it got, I would give that. But if it was like on something serious,
but like strangers, you don't know anyone in the area.
I don't know.
You're in downtown Orlando, Chanel.
See, I knew you were gonna say that, and the answer is I don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's so spooky, dude. Skate at Sonic. That's really something.
Oh, just to skate.
Just to skate at Sonic.
No.
I feel like
I would fall.
Yeah. Play rock, paper, scissors with a stranger.
Okay.
Ask strangers to take your picture. In
public. I do that.
Yeah, that's fine, right? What are a few more? Let's see. Okay.
I feel like rejection therapy is just another name for going out of your comfort zone. Am I wrong?
I feel like those are interchangeable. I feel like
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right.
It's just like it's more fun to say rejection therapy.
Yeah. Here's one. It's a McDonald's challenge. It's called Afternoon McGriddle. It's because apparently McDonald's doesn't cook breakfast after 12, so therefore it's impossible to get a McGriddle in the afternoon. So you just go in after 12 and ask for a McGriddle. And they say no, or they say sure.
Okay, so you pretty much know the answer.
So you pretty much know the answer. You're just kind of going in there.
At that point, I'd be like, "Can you read?"
Yeah, to go. Yeah, so it's kind of like, and you could even make that like a Chick-fil-A challenge, like
totally, like after 10:30,
like after 10:30, like try to get a breakfast, like hash browns.
Far too early to end breakfast Chick-fil-A.
Me too. It's actually just make it 11.
Please.
Yeah. So anyway, so those are some rejection therapy ideas, you guys. I really think that we should all just take this, myself included, as a note that like, hey, most of the time, all the things that we're embarrassed about are not actually that embarrassing.
Totally.
And it's okay to also be embarrassed. Because
it's okay to be embarrassed.
It's fine.
I tell my embarrassing stories just openly. Because they're funny and people deserve to laugh. Yeah. So take that with what you will. Give a speech in public about why Shrek deserves an award.
Yeah.
Okay? Do whatever you're passionate about, just give a little speech. Why not? What is there to lose?
What is there to lose?
What is there to lose?
That is the word. You guys, I feel like today's episode has been really transformative on the mental health front. I feel encouraged. I feel ready to run,
Take
jump,
on the world.
soar, take on the world. We do have some Bachelor news.
Yeah, we do.
And I think, and I would love to ask you, Juliana, like, do you think, because we could talk about it next week, we can make our Bachelor segment just like a tad longer. But I don't know if we have the time to truly give it what it deserves right now. Like, what do you think?
I think we should do a sneak peek and then
Okay.
channel the full energy for next week.
Got it. Okay. Sneak peek.
A little to be continued, if you will.
A little
Bachelor
TB
special.
Yeah, a little TBC. So, sneak peek for next week's Bachelor content.
This is very Bachelor style of us.
This is.
I will
It's
say.
the most dramatic episode
Truly.
there ever was.
What you're about to see is
So
crazy.
dramatic.
You will
So,
never.
Sneak peek. Christian. Cute. Black.
Yep.
I say
you're
black
gonna
like
say
a
that
question
next.
mark. He is black.
He is black.
So, but we're going
not
to talk
confused.
about the next Bachelor. Grant Ellis. He is handsome. He is charming. He's going to be in the next Bachelor, and we're down. We're excited for it.
In the words of Chanel, when she thinks someone is attractive, God bless America.
God bless America. And God bless you guys, because we're going to talk about him next week. We're going to talk about, as we get closer to Jen's season being over, which it has been a journey. We hope for her that she finds the love of her life. And then we're moving right into the Golden Bachelorette, you guys. We're moving into the Golden Bachelorette, and then we're moving into the Bachelor. It's just going to be a full next couple months, and we can't wait for it. So next week,
Cannot wait to ride that journey with you.
cannot wait. So next week, we're going to talk about our new Bachelor and what he's like. Supposedly very inspiring guy. Should I nominate some of my friends? I don't know. I think so. Should I nominate myself? Question. Leave in the comments, you guys. So
I'll nominate you.
yeah, you know what? I'll go on there and I'll just be
I would
like, hey.
love that, actually. That would be.
I'd be like,
that would be
"It's
amazing
Sunday."
television.
I'd be like, it's Sunday. Can we go to mass? Can we go to church? And then they would be like, you can. On your flight home, you could absolutely go to church in the airport chapel. So, so yeah. So we're going to talk about Grant next week. We're super excited about it. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
Drop us your anti-depressing Catholic news so we can talk about it next week. We'd love to hear it. And Juliana, it's been fabulous having you as a guest host yet again. Cannot wait to
Happy
talk
to be
to you
here
next
again
week.
with you.
Yeah,
No place
I
I'd rather be.
absolutely love it. Whoa, then here in your arms. Whoa. I love you. And I love you
too.
guys. And the world might be depressing.
But we are not.
We're really, really not. We'll talk to you guys soon. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.